Hello guys, good morning. This is Doc Rosales. Ngayon naman tuturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-summarize ng isang related literature at related studies para maiwasan ninyo ang plagiarism. Kasi most of the plagiarized work, ang nangyayari kasi they just copied from the internet or from the book yung mga different sources na they found it related to their present study. Pero hindi nila properly ina-acknowledge yung mga authors nung books na ginamit nila or nung mga studies and literature na kinuha from the internet. So, this time, ituturo ko sa inyo yung simplest way kung paano i-summarize and i-acknowledge sila. Then afterwards, i-check natin sa isang free online plagiarism site para makita natin the uniqueness of what we did. Okay? Ang importance kasi nito, the discussing kung ang importance kung bakit kailangan maiwasan ang pag-plagiarize ng mga works nila is para at least masasabi natin na yung study natin talaga is scholastically assess, 'di ba? Yung 100% na hindi siya plagiarize kasi masasabi nating unique 'yon, sa atin 'yon, trabaho natin 'yon, okay? Hindi natin kailangang kopyahin kung ano yung mga trabaho ng iba, but we acknowledge their contribution to your study by putting some parenthetical sources and rephrasing or baguhin based on your own understanding yung literature and studies na ginawa natin. Actually, may mga available na rin sa internet like Mendeley, yun yung mga different platform na or software na pwede nating gamitin para makapaglagay tayo ng mga parenthetical sources, yung part na kung saan iano. Pero medyo complicated na yon. So, ituro ko lang muna yung basic way how to summarize the review of related literature and studies na pang-college. Okay? So, bear with me as I discuss to you the different ways. Now, before you start, you have to consider these things in plotting your review of related literature. Unang-una, you have to list down all the theme of the study. So, dapat mayroon kang themes based from your title. So, list down all the themes, at least 3 themes na susundan ninyo yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng presentation of your review of related literature as well as your review of related studies. Okay? So, dun sa theme, for example, yung title mo is about consumer behavior preferences on online shopping. So, you have to consider una yung consumer behavior, the timeline or the issues, trends, and challenges on online shopping. Then, pangatlo will be the problems encountered in online shopping. Okay? So, yun yung tatlong themes na pwede mo i-consider before plotting your review of related literature. Kasi unang-una, yung mga theme na yun, pupuno ka ng at least 3 to 5 or 10, depende sa sinabi ng instructor mo na numbers of literature under it. O kung ilan yung makita mo sa internet na you find it relevant to your present study. Next is you have to search for several books, journals and articles. May mga available din tayong mga uploaded books sa internet kung you don't have the capacity to go to the library since pandemic po ngayon. Pwede na yon, and wag kayong gagamit ng mga blogs and the Wikipedia, hindi siya advisable na resources ninyo. Okay, so use the internet resources effectively. Be selective. Wag lahat ilalagay doon. Okay, so kung ano yung alam nyong relevant lang. And wag kayong open ng pagkarami-raming resources kasi magiging mahihirapan na kayong i-digest, i-congest yung mga information na nakukuha nyo. Ending up with nothing. Okay? Pangatlo is you have to search for scholarly published works. So you can use the Google Scholar. Marami mga published works doon from the different country, and even Philippines may mga published works na rin doon kasi marami na rin mga Filipino na nag-publish ng kanilang mga trabaho through that platform. Okay? So, if you have all these three considerations, then you are now ready to start your review of related literature and studies. Okay, so andito ako ngayon sa Word para ituro ko kung paano the simplest way how to dissect and summarize information concerning the review of related literature and review of related studies. Okay? So, unang-una, ang sabi ko kanina, we have this mga tinatawag nating theme or yung mga pagsasaliksik na nilagay natin which is we have three. Okay? So, yung unang-una, sabi ko is I consider consumer behavior. Tsaka yung pangalawa is about online shopping, the issues and trends. Okay? Yung pangatlo naman is about the problems on consumer behavior preferences that affects their preferences on online shopping. So, yun yung tatlong theme that I had. So, unang-una is the consumer behavior. What I did is, naghanap ako ng libro from the internet since I don't have my physical book. So, ang ginawa ko is, I read some parts that concerns consumer behavior or the definition of consumer behavior. So, let's find out how to do it. Okay, so ito yung nahanap kong libro from the internet which is consumer behavior pero with emphasis on marketing kasi maraming klase ang consumer behavior na books but since clients or the online shoppers are the clients so it includes marketing strategies. So kinonsider ko tong book na to. Okay, so tignan natin yung libro niya. So dito sa book niya nag-focus siya on about explaining consumer behavior that can be used to develop marketing strategies. So, hanap tayo. Okay, so dito, kunin ko lang ito saglit. Kukopyahin ko siya and ilalagay ko dito sa Word natin. So, lagay muna siya dyan. Then, dito na part, may nakita ako about marketing strategy and consumer behavior. So, kunin ko lang saglit kasi it will be my basis later on kung ano yung mga ilalagay natin. Okay? So, yan. Then, kunin ko to saglit. Hindi natin ito ka-copy-paste mga anak ha. Kinuha ko lang siya para tayo punta ng punta dito. So, pupunta tayo doon later on, then kukunin natin yung thought. Kukunin natin yung thought, okay? So, here, the consumers. The consumers, the conditions, the segmentation. So, doon muna ako. Okay? So, doon muna ako guys sa ginawa natin. Tingnan muna natin kung sino yung author. Balikan natin yung front page. So, the author is Mother's Bow, and Hawkins. So, Mother's Bow, and Hawkins. Anong year? Tignan natin yung year of publication. Year is 2016. Yan, 2016. Okay? 2016. Okay? So, let's proceed. So, dito, ang dami niyang sinabi. So, what we need to do here is, hindi na natin ikakat-kat yan. All we need to do is read. You have to read the topics na napili natin na magdi-define or at least related sa consumer behavior. Okay? So, ang gagawin ninyo, i-summarize nyo, kunin nyo yung idea since you know the author. Okay? From the book of yan. Okay? So, defined from the book of consumer behavior is defined as kunin natin to. Punta natin doon para hindi tayo ikot ng ikot. So, ito yung ginagawa natin. Ito. From the book of consumer behavior is defined as, ang sabi dyan, as the study of individuals, groups, or organizations and the processes they use to select, secure, the way they use and dispose products and services, as well as their experiences and ideas that satisfy their needs, that brings impact to the consumer themselves and the society. Okay? So, yun yung one way on how to summarize, 'di ba? Ang haba ng libro nila, 'di ba? So, ito yung kay Motherbow and Hawking. Okay? And define niya based on what I understand. I just get the thought na nanggaling kay Motherbow and Hawking. Then, pwede nyo dagdagan dyan. Similarly, Cutler, ganon. Cutler, 2014, defined, ganon. So, at least 3 definitions would do. Okay? So, example lang siya kung paano nyo gawin. So, you can add more if you want to. You can search another book in order for you to present how to present review of related literature. So, ito naman, after you define, then relate it to marketing. Since sabi nga natin is part pa rin, ngayon ito yung nakuha nating marketing. So, isummarize nyo ulit siya kung paano nila define and kinonect si consumer sa marketing. So, pero unang-una, since you define the consumer marketing, so at least 2 to 3 definitions of marketing coming from different authors ang gagamitin yung pag-define ng consumer behavior. Kung ano man yung topic ninyo, you can first define kung ano yon. So, that is one review of related literature. Okay? So, after that, so, pag na-define nyo na, dami niyan, so, 5 or 3 lang, okay na. Then, after that, ano yung next na sinabi nating focus natin? Diba? Ang focus natin is, una, consumer behavior. Pangalawa is the online shopping issues and trends, 'di ba? Issues and trends. So, i-relate nyo ngayon dun sa second paragraph ninyo yung connection ng consumer behavior sa online shopping. Yun yung sinasabi ko na may connection ang marketing sa consumer behavior. Pero i-relate nyo sa online shopping. So, ganun lang po siya gumawa ng review of related literature. Okay? So, now let's proceed sa related studies. Okay? So, sa related studies, guys, you can have the Google Scholar. Yan. Google Scholar. Kasi marami dyan. Okay? Google Scholar. So, pindutin mo siya. Ano ba yung topic natin na sinabi natin kanina, di ba? Consumer behavior factors influencing online shoppers. So, there, lalabas yung mga different studies. Nakikita nyo na dyan. Pati mga review of related literature, minsan nandyan na rin. Okay? So, dito, hanapin nyo ang mas relevant sa study nyo. Ito ba yung factors influencing online behavior of college students? A qualitative study, but ang study mo is quantitative. Relevant ba to? For me, it's yes. Kasi they focus more, both of them focus on the online buying behavior. Diba? Online buying behavior. So, it's really up to you if kung paano mo siya i-connect sa study mo. Kasi dun sa review of related literature, ang hinahanap mo dyan is the similarity and the dissimilarity of this previous study to your present study para makita natin yung gap. Okay, the empirical gap. Yung empirical study nila, mahahanap natin yung gap na pupunuan naman ng study mo. Okay, so ito naman, consumer attitudes towards online shopping factors affecting employees of crazy domain to online shoppers. So, pwede rin siya. Kasi 'di ba sa panahon nga natin ngayon, yung mga different studies kasi, different people has different behavior when it comes to online shopping. So, ito, marami kayong pagpipilian na foreign. Okay? So, may mga local dyan na pero iilan lang sila. Yun nga lang, be patient. Ilagay niyo Philippine setting, di ba? Pwede mo lagyan ng Philippines para makita yung lumabas kung may mga Philippines ba dyan. O, yan. Di ba? So, makakahanap ka ng mga different studies. Okay? So, going back to kanina, ito, turuan ko kayo kung paano mag-summarize. So, dito ako, yung nakita akong craze. Yan, ito muna. Factors influencing the online shopping. So, 2014, pasok pa dun sa sinabi nating date. Kasi dapat 10 years ang gap nung study ninyo from the present study. Okay? So, ito yung abstract niya. Okay? So, kukunin natin yung abstract. Yan. Tapos, ilagay natin dito saglit. Yan, lagay natin. Pag-aaralan natin sino yung author. Don't forget to put the references at the end of your research. So, importante na i-save nyo itong mga to para pag mamaya gagawin nyo na yung bibliography nyo, alam nyo kung paano, at saan siya kukunin at ano yung mga bibliography na gagamitin natin. So, the author are Barbar, Rashid. So, kunin natin to pati yung title nila. And the date is 2014. Okay? So, yan. Okay, so paano gawin? Let's start. Since nakita nyo naman that they had a lot of tatlong author. So, pwede mong ilagay dyan na, pag maraming author, ang ginagamit na is et al. Ang ibig sabihin, and others. Okay, so Barbar, Rashid. So, apelido lang guys and Sahad. Sahad, 2014. Conducted a similar study on the factors influencing online shopping behavior of consumers. Okay? So, the author, hindi mo kailangan kopyahin in toto, hanak ha. You have to summarize it. Okay? So, the authors primarily focused on two main domains of perceived usefulness and the ease of using ito, diba? Technological, yan. Okay? So, the investigators found out that ano yung kanilang na found out that the four variables natin na sinasabi dito. Okay, many researchers had used TAM in the past. If investigators had further extended TAM and other variables till date. So, the inquiry undertook the challenge to explicate the underlying factors. Okay, so kunin ko to ha. Okay, so dito, babaguhin natin. Factors the authors investigated the challenges to explicate. So, ano ba ang meaning ng explicate, anak? So, explain. Diba? So, gagamitin nyo rin ba yung word na explicate? Pwede siyang gamitin na illustrate. Oh, diba? Illustrated The author investigated the challenge to illustrate the underlying factors that stimulate consumers' action to use internet as a shopping standard. So primarily, this study focused on the two domains of perceive and using the TAM. So the investigator found out, so nandyan ba? Two domains. Okay. So and the investigators use four measures to use four measures to in this study to assess the dito. Alisin natin to, di ba? Ganun, the usefulness of using TAM. Okay, so ganyan siya kahirap. Ayan. Okay, hindi ka agad-agad ano siya. Barbasan conducted a similar study on the factors influencing. The authors investigated the challenges to illustrate the underlying factors that stimulates consumers' action to use the internet as shopping standards. The investigators used four measures in this study to assess the usefulness and usefulness of using TAM. Okay, so these are the ito, usefulness ease of use. Yan. Okay, so ease of use, financial risk, attitude, usefulness, ease of use, and attitude. Okay, so the authors found out that among, ayun na siya, oh, among, ito yun. So, kopyahin natin doon, then i-rephrase natin, ha, para lang malapit. Yun yung ginagawa ko kasi, para hindi ako hirap. Nilalapit-lapit ko siya. So, the author found out that among these four variables, usefulness was found to be the noteworthy forecaster of attitude, yan, towards online shopping, but and yan, the ease of use and did not have strong influence. Noteworthy. Ano ba yung word na noteworthy? Important or significant. Found to be significant. Forecaster. Pwede tayong gumamit ng ibang term. Found to be significant in detecting the attitudes of online shoppers. Usefulness was found to be the significant detector of the attitudes of online shoppers towards online shopping, and the ease of use of strongly influenced. Yan. Okay. So, yan yung findings niya. Okay? So, ikaw naman as a researcher, based on the study of Rashid and Sahad, is found to be similar to the present study as they focus on the perceptions and consumer behavior. Focus on the psychological core of consumer behavior, wherein they use the 4 measures. Usefulness, easy use, financial, and attitude. While the present study focused on the ano yung focus mo, Miss Doreen? Focus on the ano yung sabi natin? Attitude yun eh. Attitude, motivation, knowledge, and isa pa. Attitude na, and hindi ko alam yung isa. And attitude, ability. Okay? So ganyan lang siya, guys. Ganyan lang siya kasimple. Ang hirap lang kung hindi mo babasahin. So, you have to read first yung study nila para, You have to read first yung study nila para ma-identify mo kung ano ba yung pinag-uusapan. Ano ba yun? Okay, so, para ma-identify mo kung ano yung pinag-uusapan sa study nila at ano yung relevance ng study nyo sa study nila. So, ganyan lang kasimple. Hindi natin kailangan ng pagkahaba-habang kinopya from the internet. Okay? So, please make your own statement. Tapos, after that, then, you have to check it on the plagiarism checker para alam niyo kung saan kayo nagkamali at maiko-correct niyo pa siya. Okay? So, sa related studies, ganyan lang siya kasimple, guys. Ganyan lang yung gagawin ninyo. Then, dito from the book of ganito, you have to define, then, you have to define at least 2 in every problems na present natin or every team na present natin. Okay? So, that's for how to make or write your own related studies and related literature. Okay? So, happy writing, guys!